All right, look at this screen. Just look at it. Bitcoin, 66 grand, down almost 1.5%. ETH is in the red, SOL is in the red. Everything that's supposed to be a safe bet is just bleeding out again. Ha, it's exhausting.
Whoa, easy there, killer. You're getting tunnel vision. You're only looking at the top row, the blue chips. Pan down. Look at the insanity on the bottom row. You got DEGO USDT up 57%. 57. What even is DEGO?
I know, right?
And next to it, COS USDT is just ripping up 48% with a big fat long trend signal flashing.
A long trend signal after it's already mooned 48%? Thanks for the tip, Captain Obvious. That's like the fire department showing up after the building's already burned down. I'm telling you, this market is schizophrenic.
Hmm.
The generals are bleeding, and these weird little meme Team 6 coins are going on suicide runs.
It's not schizophrenia, it's a disconnect, and it tells a story. Look at the data on our dashboard. The futures volume on BTC is insane. It's over $11 billion.
Okay.
But the funding rate is negative. That means the sentiment is bearish. People are paying to short this thing. And meanwhile, look at that open interest on COS USDT, up 302%.
Wow.
That's not a trend, Chris. That's a leverage-fueled house party that's about to get busted.
A party I'm glad I wasn't invited to. Just look at the hangover from the last one. Solana, down again. What happened to the unstoppable ETH killer? Did it finally trip over its own feet?
It ran out of hype. That's what happened. We saw the reports. All that on-chain volume, the DEX numbers that had people screaming the flippening is here.
Right.
Poof, gone. It turns out it was 90% meme coin traders.
Oh, of course.
The whiff and bonk tourists, they got bored, packed their bags, and now the network's activity has just fallen off a cliff.
Shocker. So a blockchain's multi-billion-dollar valuation can't be sustained by pictures of dogs in knitted hats. I'm absolutely floored. So what's ETH's excuse?
Right.
It's the serious chain, the one with fundamentals, but it's not exactly shining today.
ETH has a much more, well, sophisticated problem. It's having a midlife crisis. Think of it like a big city, say Manhattan.
Okay.
The traffic got so bad, they built these super fast highways out to the suburbs. Those are the layer twos, right? Base and Arbitrum. The problem is
Hmm.
the highways are so good that all the cool new stores and businesses are opening up in the suburbs, not in Manhattan.
So the L2s are cannibalizing the main chain. ETH is becoming a ghost town.
Not a ghost town, more like the underlying bedrock. It's becoming plumbing.
Yeah.
Crucial, but invisible. And the money, the fees, all the value, it's getting siphoned off to the L2s. Now, they are trying to renovate Manhattan with the Spectra upgrade.
Right.
It's a big deal. It'll let you pay for transactions with USDC instead of needing ETH for gas. It's like finally getting Apple Pay for crypto.
Okay, that's a genuinely good idea. Seriously. But is it too late, too little?
Well,
I mean, if everyone's already living and shopping in the L2 suburbs, who cares if the old Main Street gets a new coat of paint?
that, my friend, is the multi-billion-dollar question. But while we're all staring at these red and green candles, the real tectonic plates are shifting somewhere else entirely.
Okay, where?
You see this thing with Senator Lemus?
The name rings a bell, but I'm just trying not to lose my shirt here. What did she do?
She just reintroduced a bill for the United States government to acquire, wait for it, 1 million Bitcoin.
A million? Get out of here. With whose money? Are they going to hold a bake sale?
That's the craziest part. The proposal is budget neutral.
How?
They want to use remittances from the Fed and cash from revaluing the country's gold reserves. They're literally talking about making Bitcoin a strategic national asset right alongside gold.
Yeah, and I'm talking about hitting the lottery. They'll argue about that for a decade while this market grinds us all into dust. Does the price right now look like the US Treasury is about to market buy a million coins? No, it looks like it wants to test 60K.
Short-term price is just noise. You can't ignore a signal that loud, and it's not happening in a vacuum.
Oh yeah?
The same week they're talking about this, that Abu Dhabi investment firm, MGX, just casually dropped, wait for it, $2 billion in stablecoins to buy a chunk of Binance. 2 billion with a B.
Okay, see, that's real. That's not a political fantasy. That's cash on the table. So let me get this straight.
Right.
The US is talking about buying, and the Middle East is writing checks. That sounds about right.
It tells you everything. It shows where the patient, sovereign level capital is going.
Okay.
They're not chasing a 50% pump on a coin named DEGO. They're buying the core infrastructure, the picks and shovels. They're playing chess while the rest of the market is playing checkers.
So we're just pawns stuck in the middle. The majors are in a coma, the alts are a minefield, and governments and sovereign funds are playing a game we're not even invited to. What's the actual play here?
Right.
The dashboard says no trade on half of this stuff. For once, that might be the smartest advice on the screen.
Analytically, the play is to listen to what the market is telling you. The negative funding on BTC says traders are scared, which is often when the biggest short squeezes happen. The flashing long trend on COS USDT after a 48% pump is a screaming sell signal, not a buy signal. The weakness in Solana, that's a lesson in the difference between hype and value.
Yeah.
And the big money flowing into Binance proves the foundation of this industry is only getting stronger and more centralized by the day. It's all connected. You just have to be willing to zoom out past the 5-minute chart and see the whole board.
The whole board is a mess. But I hear you.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. With governments talking about buying Bitcoin and sovereign wealth funds investing billions, is crypto still the people's money, or is it just becoming a new asset class for the global elite?
Yeah, good question.
Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll see you next time.